Happy Monday, guys. Here we go. I just want to read for you today. We are starting a little something new tomorrow, but today is Monday and we need to ease back into things, and I want to just read you the next chapter in Julian's world. This chapter is called Because of Figs. A fig is a kind of fruit. It grows on a tree. It's pretty tropical. It doesn't grow around Colorado, but I bet Charlie saw figs when you were in Hawaii. Yes, baby. But figs are, honestly, I'm trying to think of what it tastes like. I can't give you a good description because I don't eat them very often because they're really hard to find here in Colorado. But you're going to understand the chapter anyway because it's a fun chapter. Okay, it's about a fig tree, actually. Because of figs. In the summer, I like to lie in the grass and look at the clouds and eat figs. Figs are soft and purple and delicious. Their juice runs all over my face, and I eat them till I'm so full I can't eat anymore. Who is speaking right now? Who is speaking? Who is telling the story? From what point of view? It's Julian, right? Because Julian's the one who's telling the stories. So the stories Julian tells. So we know that when we hear I, in the summer I, it's Julian who's speaking, right? Okay. Because of figs, I got a strange birthday present. And because of the birthday present, I had some trouble. Here's what happened. It all started a long time ago, when I had my 4th birthday. My father came home from work and said, "I have something for you, Julian. Go look in the car." I ran to look, and Huey ran after me, tripping on his shoelaces. When we looked in the back seat of the car, there was a tree, a small tree with just a few leaves. We ran back to my father. "A tree for a birthday present?" I said. "A tree for a birthday present," Huey said. He was 2 years old, and he always repeated everything I said. "It's a fig tree," my father told me. "It will grow as fast as you grow, Julian, and in a few years it will have figs that you can pick and eat." I could hardly wait to grow my own sweet, juicy, purple figs. We planted the tree by our back fence, and I gave it water every day, and then one morning it had 2 new leaves. "Fig tree, you are growing," I said. I thought I should be growing too. There is a mark on my wall in the bathroom of our house where my father measures us, and I ran to the house to measure myself against the old mark. I pressed my head against the wall, flat to the wall, and I checked where my hand was compared to the old mark. I wasn't any taller. Do you guys have a mark like that at your house? I walked outside to the fig tree. "I am not any taller," I said. I touched the fig tree's new leaves. "I want to grow too," I said. "You know how to grow, and I don't," I told the fig tree. Fig tree didn't say a word. "Maybe what makes you grow will make me grow," I told it, and very quickly I picked the fig tree's new leaves and I ate them. They tasted worse than spinach. I was pretty sure they would make me grow. I did a little growing dance around the fig tree, and with my hands raised high in the air. It worked. I stayed taller than Huey. I got taller than my fig tree. And every time my fig tree got new leaves, I saw them and I ate them, secretly, while no one was looking. I did a growing dance. "If you don't like this fig tree, just tell me," I'd say. The fig tree never said a word. I'm a little worried. He's eating all the leaves off the fig tree. Don't you think that tree needs those leaves? After a year, my father looked at my fig tree. "It's a nice little tree," he said, "but it isn't growing." And he started putting fertilizer on my tree. And he looked at it more often. But when new leaves showed, I saw them first. And I wanted to get taller, so I ate them. Another whole year went by. My mark on the bathroom wall went up 3 inches. 3 inches! I was 4 inches taller than Huey, and my arm muscles were twice as big as his. The fig tree hadn't grown at all. "Fig tree," I said when I took its new leaves, "I'm sorry, but I want to grow tall." The fig tree didn't say a word. One day my father was in the garden. He walked over to my fig tree. "Julian," he said, "something is the matter with your tree. It hasn't grown. It hasn't grown at all." "Really?" I said. I didn't look at my father. I didn't look at the fig tree either. "Do you have any idea what could be wrong?" my father asked. I looked straight at my feet and I crossed my toes inside of my shoes. No. I think the tree's just plain no good. We'll pull it out of the ground and get another one. No, don't do that, I begged. Julian, my father said, do you know something about this tree that I don't know? I didn't say anything, and I was glad, very glad, that the fig tree didn't say a word. Finally, I said, it's my tree. Give it one more chance. No use waiting around, my father said. His hand was around the trunk of my tree. Please, I said. My father's hand relaxed. After all, it is your tree, he said. Just tell me when you want another one. All afternoon. I couldn't think of anything but the little fig leaves I had eaten. I was pretty sure I knew why the fig tree didn't grow. At bedtime, I couldn't sleep. And when Huey went to sleep, I got up and sneaked outside to my fig tree. I told God I knew the fig leaves belonged to the fig tree. I told the fig tree I was sorry. I promised I would never eat its leaves again. The fig tree didn't say a word, but the next week it got 2 new leaves and kept them. That night I went to bed happy. I dreamed a good dream. Here's a picture of his dream. My fig tree was higher than the house. I was as tall as my dad, and there were big figs, juicy figs, sweet figs falling all over the lawn. And that is the end of that chapter. There's all the figs. I love it. Julian is funny. He does funny things. All right, my friends, that's really it for today. Just go do your reading assignment. I just wanted to read you that story, and tomorrow I'm going to explain to you what we're going to do next. Bye, guys.